Hello, common people. Sorry, this is Jen, also known as the Common Girl from Common Girl Creations. I got that title, somebody asked me, and I realized I've never explained it. I got that title a few years ago when I told a friend of mine that I was answering questions from that platform, Quora, I think it's called. This was a few years ago. And people, you answer questions and you can sign up, you submit questions, and then there's people who answer them. Well, I was one of the people who answered questions. Not like a Dear Abby, but always reminded me of that. And sometimes you get some crazy questions. And so my friend was asking, so what makes you qualified to do that? Are you like a therapist or psych person? Or no, I just am I'm curious, and I do have a lot of opinions, a lot of advice, a lot of experience, and I thought it would be useful to share that. And I remember him saying, so just like a common girl? I mean, just like a common girl asking? I'm like, yeah, that's exactly. Just a regular person that without any formal education, just flying by the seat of my pants, answering questions to complete strangers. But there was something very fulfilling about that. And anyway, when I left my full-time job, my corporate job, and I started doing my home decor and design business full-time, then that turned into CommonGirl Creations. And so now I refurbish furniture full-time, paint. I'm involved in real estate. I just started a cleaning business. I do multiple things that when people look or we have these conversations from the outside, it's like, you're insane. But in my mind and in my paper, I actually draw pictures because I'm a visual person. It is all connected. It's just hard to explain to the outside world how is that actually connected. So I am coming up with a future video, in the near future, to kind of outline and explain so people don't think I'm just like, gone off the deep end. And then I start a podcast, YouTube channel, talking about the laws of the universe and talking about my experience and my understanding and information regarding these laws and manifesting a great life. And most everything I've ever done in life, I started from a need. There was a need to understand, a need to do better, a need to provide more. And so every project, every job, everything I've ever done has always started from that need, that pull from my gut of, why don't you need to learn more about this. So I've always been somebody that I don't know that I do it well. I feel like I do it well, but can do multiple things. And maybe not do them, definitely not perfectly, but able to juggle multiple things and do a pretty decent job at each individual thing. Now, I know that that's not possible long term. So everything that I'm doing does have a start, a middle, and it does have it's not an end date, but it's a date where it truly manifests into this one empire I'm creating. So, and this part of it, this channel and my podcast is just another piece of that puzzle, because my real goal with everything that I do, and I started with, and I think it's because I am a visual person, is I believe that people desire and long for a place to call their own. Now that place can mean or be really anything. Some people immediately think of that's a home. Well, some people can't afford a home. Some people have to stay with friends. Some people maybe are in just an unhappy family or relationship, or maybe they're in jail. I don't know, but everybody deserves a place to call their own, where they can lay their head, where they can sit and recharge, where it just brings them joy and peace to think about and look at. So yes, for some, it could be that dream home. It could be that dream piece of land. It could be your living room. It could be your bed. It could be a corner of the house. It could be that spot over there in that weird room nobody knows what to do about. And so you have back in the day, we had reading corners. It could be a desk. It could be an office. So it really doesn't matter. It could be in your car. But it's really, I've always had a passion for helping people first identify and then create that perfect space. And many times that involves creating very specific pieces as a reminder. So sometimes we just start small. Sometimes we start with a sign or a gift or some handmade object. Sometimes we go right for a bigger, like a piece of furniture. Dressers are very popular. Buffets, unique tables, a coffee table, a porch. Just something that when they look at it, it's so unique and it's your own that it brings you a sense of peace and relief from whatever's going on. And unfortunately, I think many of us just have way too much going on for always needing that. Like we just don't live in the state of, man, it's just good. And I'm guilty of that too, so I'm not judging. But I do believe that with everything that I'm learning and kind of acknowledging and absorbing, I mean, we're just doing it all wrong. We're working way too hard for very little reward. And so I believe that what this channel, I hope to do is to empower you with knowledge or entice your awareness for you to go discover more on your own. So far, my videos and this translate into a podcast. You know, I'm getting so much feedback on, you shouldn't do that. You don't have a proper microphone. You shouldn't record from your phone. You should record from this. You don't have this program. You should do this, 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 and this. You need to pay all this money to advertise. No, you don't. That's a lie. You know who's telling you that? People who don't want you to succeed. People who are threatened by what you have to offer. So if you are somebody who's just been waiting and waiting to start something and you're and you should do your research, kind of, get an idea of what you're doing, but you just have to start creating content. And content could be an Instagram photo. It could be a podcast. It could be a video. It could be anything. You can comment below. You can send me an email at commongirlcreations and ask me any questions. And, am I super successful? Well, yes, I'm very successful. Do I have 1 million followers? No, I think I have 10, but my God, they're great people. These 10 people are great. Actually, on this channel, I might only have 5, but they're great. I'd rather have 5 great, interactive, open-minded, aware 5 people than 10,000 bots or naysayers or negativity. So, we just spend way too much time caring about what people think. And when you try to, and if you're like me and you got this creative mind, it's always creating. It's creating every single minute of every single day. What do you do with that content? Me, I drew a piece, can't even speak now, and I'm supposed to be putting this on a podcast, but I'm a real person and I make mistakes and I don't edit any of this. Why? Here's the truth. Do I spend hours editing and scripting? No. And here's the truth. I don't know how. And I don't care right now. Later, if I can hire an editor and a photographer and a videographer and a writer, great. But right now, it's just me, my light, my phone, and my knowledge, and my experience, and my mistakes, and my joy, and my everything else. So, I don't remember what I was just talking about. Okay, so, my creative crazy mind. So, what I did is I put it on a piece of paper. If you remember in school, do you remember doing those, what are they called? You put a circle, put a word in the middle, and then you write all these phrases. It's brainstorming is what it is. I did that with everything I had in my brain for so many years, from writing to creating, teaching, and I kind of spelled all that out a few years ago. So it's taken a minute in a day to learn how to even begin. And so even though I've been doing this for about 2 years now full time with my design business, I'm still learning how to put a photo gallery on my website. Yes, I have people to help me, but they help me for free, and I love that, but it's my content, and I want to learn how to do it. So the goal is to get one day where all that's super automatic, and it's going to get there. I'm not discouraged. So I did a post the other day because it's on my Common Girl Creations Facebook page. And I got some feedback because I posted it because I was getting feedback. Why are you going to start a channel and talk about manifesting? Why are you going to talk about the laws of the universe? Everybody's doing that. There's millions of people out there. There's millions of YouTubers doing that. There's tens of thousands of coaches making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Who is going to listen to you? Why are you making things and creating things other people make? Well, guess what? Whoever is making or doing what I'm doing doesn't own the market. They don't own it. They're not me. They're doing it in their own way, and I wish everybody success. But there's so many creative people who do not take the first step because the market's saturated. What? Saturated? Are you kidding me? There isn't enough creative people. There isn't enough people doing what they love. There isn't enough people just coming out and saying, if you want to make wreaths, do you remember those big flowery wreaths? Make wreaths. Yes, there's a million companies and people that do it, but there's only one you. There's only one you, and you are the most valuable asset behind every single thing you make. People do not like and follow you or me because of what I'm saying or because of what I make. They're not. They're liking and following because they're connected on a different level, and they may not even be able to explain it, but they say, you know what? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you're speaking my language. There's some type of connection. There's some type of curiosity. Like, where is this going? And so, you know, if you're somebody that just, and look, like I said, I don't have 5 million subscribers. My goal is to get 1,000. And the reason I want 1,000 is very selfish, but I do want 1,000 followers. But I just started this, so I'll get there. And how do I know I get there? Because I've already imagined it. And anything you imagine, you can create. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to imagine it. So I want to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube because I create amazing merchandise. I mean, it's amazing. It's on my website now. I just don't really I have the Facebook shop and have the website to feature it, but I make designs for children, teachers, families. I just created this made this amazing hat. And, gosh, I wish I knew how to pause this and grab it. Technical support. So we're just going to give me 2 seconds. I want to step out of the picture. If I fall, it's because I have stuff all over my office. It's really my couch, but hold on. I'm going to grab something. Okay. Most people would say, this is how you edit that out, but I don't want to edit it out. Do you really know how to edit a video? No. So here's the truth. I could figure it out, but I don't want to. But look, I made this hat. This is my new hat. I designed it. This is embroidered. Manifest life. It always looks like it has a huge bill, but it really doesn't. So this is my new hat. And it comes in, this is kind of that blackish denim. And then I have a blue one, and then also red. And so I want to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube because I want to selfishly market this to everybody in the whole world. But something so simple. Again, embroidered, manifest life, nice big head cap. I have a little head, but the back of it. So I want you to be able to manifest your life. And I want you to do it wearing my hat. So I know that is a horrible way to promote my merchandise, but I just got it in and I'm just really, really excited. So you can go to my website at commongirl.net, www.commongirl.net. you can go to my Facebook page and go to my Facebook shop. It's still going to take you to the website. And you're going to see some cute designs, adventure designs, and they're all designed by me. So again, manifest life. What a simple saying. I believe this is also on some mugs, sweatshirts. I think they're hoodies. Yeah, they're hoodies. I don't have it on a tee yet, but I'm getting there. And I try to come out with new merchandise every week. So the cool thing about the merchandise on the website is that it's always free shipping. I started doing free shipping just for August, but it's been so popular. So it's free shipping on all the products. And this hat retails for, I think it's $29.99. There is a code, if you go look at my Facebook page, that you can get a 10% off of that. And I think I have a teacher code on there also for 10%. So anyway, all the merchandise on there is amazing. So my purpose one of my purposes, my goal is to get to 1,000 followers so I can start promoting all my awesome merchandise. So look, I'm not being arrogant or cocky. I am just being excited and being me. And that's what you should do. So I started off this video and I had a purpose. I was going to talk about, or a goal of talking about, how do you manifest things in your life? The number one search on YouTube when it comes to manifesting is your specific person. People. Really? I get it. I get it. You're looking for that person. I get it. You want that connection. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be lonely. You want a partner. You want somebody to share things with. I get it. But I'm going to tell you this, and every coach out there that's worth their weight in gold will tell you the same thing. If you are not at a place where you can love and respect yourself and hold yourself in highest esteem and treat yourself with the dignity, attention, and respect that you deserve, I wouldn't be manifesting an SP right now. Why? Because you're going to manifest something you don't actually want. You're going to we manifest who we are, not what we say. So when you're somebody that's been breakup after breakup, disappointing relationship, abusive, physically, emotionally, mentally, and people wonder why they're stuck in a pattern of abuse, a pattern of negativity, a pattern of failure. It's how you think and feel and treat yourself is what and who you're attracting. It's just the bottom line. So while, again, I appreciate and support wanting that SP, you better be careful what you're wishing for. And you better have your shit straight, or as straight as it can be, at least on the upward path, on a higher vibration, on a higher frequency. Because the law of attraction does not have a no. It does not have a, I want this, but not that. You can't sit there and say, I want this amazing, committed, loyal person, and you're just terrified of, the next abusive relationship. You're going to get another abusive relationship. It doesn't, whatever you think and feel the most about yourself, what you really believe about yourself, you got to get down naked in the mirror. But whatever you really believe about yourself is what you will attract. And so if you're wondering why man after woman after woman, and there's this discord and it just doesn't work out, you have to take a pause and take the time to figure out what the hell is going on with how you think and feel about yourself, so you can manifest the right SP. Okay? We're going to get into more of that in some coming videos. Number 2 is the manifesting money. Same thing. If you have a lot of negative connection and trigger points about money, you're not going to attract the wealth that you want. You're just not. You got to get in a place where, relationships, money, health, are positive. You have to think positive. It's hard to attract wellness when you're suffering. It's hard to attract a good man when you're hanging on to a bad one you can't get over. You're just trying to replace him with somebody, or girl. It's hard to attract wealth when you can't manage the money that you have in your bank now. So more of it will not make it better. More of it won't. Your management of it, your management of your thoughts and your feeling towards it, your thoughts and your feelings about yourself, that's what makes the difference. So this was a little rambly, YouTube. It probably won't be a podcast because it's a little too rambly, but thank you so much for listening at almost our 21-minute mark. I try to keep everything under like 23, 24 minutes. And I hope you found some encouragement. And I don't know what I'm going to title this video yet. It might just be all the shit just came out of Jen's mouth after doing, I don't know, talking to like 4 different people about 5 different things. So thank you so much. Subscribe, like, share. What else are you supposed to do? Hit the bell icon. Follow me across all social media platforms. Check out my website, commongirl.net, for some awesome merchandise. I mean, this is really good quality. $29.99, free shipping. I got mine in 7 days. Got to do it, guys. Got to do it. Thanks for following.